Would you like to learn what 8 cryptocurrencies from the most explosive narrative in the next bull market have the potential to 100 to 1000x your money, allowing you to print money ad nauseum in the next bull market? My name's the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found them in the past. A lot of these multipliers have come from the most explosive narrative, which is what you're going to hear about in today's video. So if you love content like this, make sure that you smash a like on this video. And if you want to be informed of what are the next explosive cryptocurrencies, then smash the subscribe button also. On X, I asked this question: what is the most explosive narrative in the next bull market? And the most common answer was AI and then gaming. And then in third place, launchpads. What happened during the AI explosion at the beginning of the year? We had an AI narrative foreshadowing what will happen in the next bull market. I have gathered crucial and vital data from the AI narrative that took place. The cryptocurrencies that actually were not exposed to a bull market previously did the best. These are the ones that are highlighted in green. The ones that did the worst, so Ocean, Matrix AI, RI Chain, Fetch AI, they did a 6x or less. The ones that did the absolute best were AI cryptocurrencies launched via launchpads. So we've got 66x, 59, 32, 29. And that eclipses what was done by a lot of these cryptocurrencies that were already listed at the time of the AI narrative. So what this says is that actually the best plays you can make are in launchpads. Because if you are in launchpads, then you are able to get into any cryptocurrency within an explosive narrative. So for instance, in this case, AI, best gains you could have made would have been investing in launchpad-based AI coins. And the funny thing is that most of these coins launched at the tail end of the AI narrative, because the AI narrative started at the beginning of January and ended around about the end of February. And yet, AIPad, ChainGPT, Magical AI, CryptoGPT all came out after February 2023 and still did super well, even though they launched outside the midst of the explosion in AI. So I think that if you want to get the absolute best gains in DeSo, in gaming, or in AI, it's via launchpads. So that makes launchpads the most explosive because you can get into all three of these crypto types via launchpads. As usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. There is no guarantee of profit or return, and everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. So in at number 8, we have got DAO Maker. Now, DAO Maker is a multi-narrative launchpad, i.e. it covers a lot of different categories of cryptocurrency. Social network, DeFi, metaverse, gaming, 352x, 327x, 292x. And the fantastic thing about a launchpad is you're not just making gains on the actual launchpad token, but you're making gains because you can get into every single launch that they do. So if you had been in DAO Maker in the last bull market, you would have been exposed to 4 cryptocurrencies that exploded beyond 200x. So DAO Maker's best multiplier was GameFi, 366x. Its IDO price was 10 cents and its all-time high is 871. That was therefore an 87x. Recently it has come down to 72, so it's 12x to get to its all-time high again. Now, if you wanted to get enough DAO Maker to get involved in every single launch, then you would need 2,000 up to 99,999 tokens, which would be at a minimum $1,440 and at a maximum $72,000. Why DAO Maker is at the bottom of this list, even though I think this is a very good list, is because during the AI phase, DAO Maker only went up 2x. At the beginning of 2023, when we saw a lot of AI coins and a lot of launchpads doing well, DAO Maker only did a 2x in that time. It's already $104 million in market cap. Having said that, DAO Maker has launched cryptocurrencies that we would probably say are high quality projects that people are still speculating on. For instance, My Neighbor Alice, D-Race, XCAD, Tenet. So launchpads are undoubtedly a bull market money printing machine. But DAO Maker, although one of the more quality launchpads, doesn't have as much gains potential, but in this bearish and potentially recessionary period for cryptocurrency, it presents an opportunity to be able to get into a launchpad at a much more reduced price. You're getting it way, way, way below 871, which a lot of people were paying for DAO tokens back then. You're getting it way less for the potential to get into the next wave, the next bull cycle's best cryptocurrencies. In at number 7, we have got Polkastarter. Polkastarter is another multi-narrative launchpad, i.e. you can get into DeFi, Metaverse, gaming, AI, and they provide launches of cryptocurrencies across many different chains as well. They performed extremely well in the last bull market. Again, Thetan Arena was a 266x, and again, they delivered 4 cryptocurrencies, which all delivered over 200x. Now, in order to get enough coins for allocation, you need 250 to 30,000. That is $65 up to $7,800. Now, this is a $25 million market cap, so 4x less than DAO Maker. And this is 29x from its all-time high, but it is 29x above its IDO price, so it's still nowhere near as cheap as it was at the beginning. And it is an older coin. But having said that, it has never been cheaper to buy Polkastarter tokens. For $65, you can get the initial 250 Polkastarter tokens needed in order to participate in Polkastarter IDOs. But the more tokens you have, the greater chance you have of actually getting whitelisted and getting a decent allocation. In at number 6, we have got CDefy. Now, CDefy has been instrumental in launching some of the best games in the last bull market, and they made incredible multipliers. So their best was Blocktopia at 700x. Then we had Cryo War, which I got involved in, Sidus Heroes, which I also got involved in. They have ChainGPT. So the narratives that CDefy concentrates on are actually amongst the narratives that people value for the next bull market, i.e. AI, Metaverse, and gaming. So the amount of coins you need to get an allocation in CDefy-based cryptocurrencies is 500 to 100,000. That costs from $280 to $56,000, which is a lot. Now, the reason for this is because they do bring out high quality cryptocurrencies. So for instance, 700x with Blocktopia. So if you had the highest tier, which is 100k CDefy tokens, then you would have a 325 pool weight. So if you had the lowest amount, you get 1.1 pool weight. So think of it as dollars, the amount of dollars that you can invest in a particular cryptocurrency. If you are on tier 1, you may only be able to put in $1.10 into, let's say, something like Blocktopia, which wouldn't have given you enough to make massive gains on. But if you had 100k, then you would have been able to put $325. Now, I'm not saying it would be $1. Let's say it was $10 one. Well, that would mean that you were able to put $3,000 into Blocktopia. And $3,000 times 700x, that's a shit ton of money. So CDefy is only 2x more than its IDO price, which was 28 cents. It's currently 56 cents. It's 31 million in market cap, so it's quite higher market cap compared to the ones I'm going to be looking at. However, this is 30x from its all-time high. So assuming that you were to buy it during the recessionary lows, that could actually end up being a 60x from its all-time high. And you would be able to get the highest tier cost for half the price and be able to get potentially incredible multipliers in the next bull market in AI, metaverse, and gaming cryptocurrencies for a much more reduced price, and be able to maximize on your multiplier potential. In at number 5, we have got ADAPad. Now, ADAPad is a launchpad that concentrates on the Cardano ecosystem. Now, as far as I'm concerned, in the next bull market, the Cardano blockchain is going to experience a growth in its ecosystem. There are going to be emerging cryptocurrencies that comes out on Cardano, and ADAPad gives you the ability to get involved in them. Now, the best multiplier that ever came out of ADAPad was MetaVPad, which was a 1200x. Now, I happened to be a gold tier member, which is 200,000 tokens. Back in the past, people spent a fortune to get 200,000 tokens, because once upon a time, this was $1.28, so it would have been over $200,000 to get gold tier. Today, it's a simple $1,000, and the lowest tier is $133. And this is guaranteed allocation. Some of the others, you have to be whitelisted for. You are guaranteed at these tiers. Current price is half a cent, so it's actually just 1x from its IDO, but it's 241x from its all-time high. That's incredible. And since the beginning of the year, AIPad made a 3x, whereas the other 3 only made a 2x in that whole bullish period. So it shows that ADAPad has got more explosive potential, even though it didn't bring out one AI play at the beginning of the year, unlike CDefy and DAOmaker. In at number 4, we have got Gamezone. Now, Gamezone is a launchpad dedicated to gaming and metaverse tokens. Its best multiplier was Valhalla, which was a 667x. Now again, 20,000 to 125,000 are the amount of tokens needed for a guaranteed allocation, which today is either $296 or $1,850. So different from the 56,000 and the 71,000. Gamezone delivering a multiplier of 667x, and it's got that explosive potential regarding where the coin currently sits versus its all-time high. It's 80x down. Now, considering this is a gaming play, this is amongst one of the top categories of bull market narratives for the next bull market. And it has gone down 80x. And it's only 3x away from its IDO price, which was half a cent. This has done a 5x since the beginning of the year, which shows you that people really will speculate on Gamezone when there's an actual bull market. This was just a mini bull run at the beginning of the year, and it did a 5x, which outperformed some of the AI plays. Like, for instance, Trias, Ocean, Effect, Matrix, The Graph, they all did under 5x. So this shows you that Gamezone has got high explosive potential in the next bull market. In at number 3, BSCPad. Now, BSCPad is the original Bluezilla launchpad. They're multi-narrative. That means they concentrate on AI, DeFi, metaverse, gaming, the whole lot. Now, this actually hosted most of the most successful launches in the last bull market. MetaVPad, Valhalla, Wagyu Swap, Astro Swap, PulsePad, KCCPad, ADAPad, VelasPad, NFT launch, TronPad, all came out on BSCPad. Now, to get guaranteed allocation, you need 10,000 tokens minimum to $75,000 to have the blue diamond tier. And this gives you private allocations as well as the biggest pool weight for whatever they are launching. Now, this, when it came out, was 2 cents and it went up to $7.45, which was a 373x. Today, it is only 4x from that IDO price and 83x down from the all-time high. Now, as far as the lowest tier, it's 893 for the lowest tier, 6,697 for the highest tier. Now, I remember when BSCPad was about $2, that was when I invested in the Blue Diamond. So it actually cost me $100,000 to have this tier before, and today it's only 6,000. Now again, BSCPad 5x'd in between January and March. In at number 2, MetaVPad. Now, MetaVPad concentrates on metaverse and gaming at its core. However, they did launch AIPad. So, they will launch some AI plays. Now, its best multiplier has been AIPad because MetaVPad came out at the end of the last bull market and then launchpads essentially died a death. All launchpads, no decent launches really came as a result. And yet it brought out AIPad, which did a 66x in a bear market, which is absolutely insane. And a lot of the reasons why is because of how cheap MetaVPad is. It's literally $629,000 market cap. The IDO price was 0.001 cents and is currently less than 4x that current price, having done a 1200x. So, it is 333x from its all-time high, showing you the range at which it can travel in the next bull market, because in the last bull market, it did a 1200x despite coming out at the end of the bull market. This time it's going to be there throughout the bull market. It's going to have that whole bottom to top trajectory. So in order to get a guaranteed allocation, you need 30,000 to 180,000 tokens, which is $108 to $648. Super cheap, the cheapest of all the launch pads. Now, this did a 20x between January and March. A 20x, eclipsing everything else. 10x more than Dalmaker, Polkastarter and CDefy, which are considered the blue chip of launch pads. And 4x BSCPad and Gamezone. That shows you what this could do next time. MetaVPad is going to allow you to be able to get into meta, gaming and AI projects, which are essentially the top narratives for the next bull market. So that to me represents that MetaVPad is still amongst the best cryptocurrencies that are high risk that you can get into for the next bull market. But like I said, all launch pads are bull market money makers. But in a bear market, they are money losers because no one's launching. And at the end of the day, getting involved in a new launch is the whole utility of a launch pad. So that's why they keep going down. And that's why I'm not buying now. But these are the cryptocurrencies that really have explosive potential once we have bottomed for the next bull market. And then in at number 1, we have got AIPad. AIPad concentrates exclusively on AI. And the consensus is, from most people, that AI is going to be the most explosive narrative in the next bull market. There were already amazing performers in the AI narrative during a bear market. We had 164x, 134x, 66x. Despite it being a bear market, quantitative tightening, people selling, we still got those massive multipliers. And that shows you that AIPad is potentially the best launchpad on this list. And it's the only one on this list that is new to a bull market. As I said, the best cryptocurrencies in the last bull market were cryptocurrencies that had not been exposed to a bull market before. So AIPad seems to have all the ingredients that will make it explosive for the next bull market. Now, they did one IDO alone. That was Magical, and it did a 30x. So it performed just like Crypto GPT, Demetra, even though you've probably never heard of it, but you have heard of the other two. So how many do you need for guaranteed allocation? Well, they've got a leaderboard system. And to get entry into that leaderboard system would be $124 to get 2,269 tokens. To get into the highest tier on that leaderboard would be 29,000 tokens, which is $1,500. Now, this is a cryptocurrency that did a 66x at the beginning of the year, outperforming all of these. So as far as I'm concerned, in the next bull market, this is the best indicator of how it's going to do next time. Because it did a 66x on launch in a bear market. Imagine how it's going to do seeing that full trajectory from bottom to top in the next bull market, being able to get into early stage projects in AI and essentially just be able to print money ad nauseum. So this is a list of 8 cryptocurrencies that I think have explosive potential in the next bull market, what do you think is the best of these 8? If you want to know what cryptocurrencies I am DCAing into during this bear market, including the ones I talk about in this video, then make sure that you join my DCA Telegram group, which you can access if you get this course for $9.99 and you go to the final lecture. You go to the Buy Announcements Telegram group, you click in the link and you join and you see what I'm buying and you see my analysis. The link is in the description, and also let me know what cryptocurrencies would you like me to cover in a future video. Till next time, people, it is lights out, all out.